But little did I know, that was not it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a video with your boy Dion. And first, let me start off by saying Happy New Year. Hope you guys have some great New Year's resolutions that you want to get done in this next new year. And I hope you guys attack them with full force and, just do your thing this year, man. But in today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is the good, the bad, and the ugly of playing college football. And I'm going to be breaking down everything from A to Z in my whole college football career that I went through, so you guys can know how it could be and the experiences that I went through. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, show your boy some love, and we're going to get down into some nitty gritty stuff. So grab your popcorn and get ready to hear the real life experiences of college football. Alright, so let me first start off by saying football is not for the weak. Football is a sport that makes the tough tougher, and it's really for tough people. Like, it's not for somebody that's soft. You gotta go through a lot of hardships, you fight through a lot of injuries. There's a lot of things that you just gotta persevere through so you can become who you want to become in the sport of football. It's a very hard sport, and only a few people can actually become great athletes of football because of how challenging the sport is. But let me get started off with my college football career. So actually, I'm gonna start my senior year in high school because I kind of had the staggering effect of me getting recruited and everything and going to college, and that's all part of the story. So it all started when I was a senior in high school. I had gotten a few offers, 6 offers to be exact, from my junior year to my senior year, and I had acquired them for my skill level and me showing college coaches what I could do. And that's always a great thing, and I was appreciative. I was blessed. I'm thankful to God that He gave me those to this very day, and I can't be any more grateful than I am today. Like, I'm very grateful for them. And obviously I chose to commit to Stony Brook, and it was a great decision. I thought that was a great decision at the time, but when they tell you that when you commit to a school is really one of the biggest decisions that you'll make in your life when it comes to sports, they are not lying. It really is one of the biggest decisions you will make in your life when it comes to your athletic career and just your sports life in general. So when they told me that, I didn't take it seriously. I was like, whatever. I mean, I was taking it for granted, of course. I mean, I got the scholarships. And I was thinking to myself, like, no matter what school I commit to, I should be fine because I'm on a full ride, and what could go wrong because I'm on a full ride and I'm going to college pretty much. I'm playing college football. But little did I know, that was not it. College football, college coaches, and everything around that atmosphere, they all like to sell players a dream. Sometimes they fulfill that dream with some of the players, but a lot of times they sell you a dream that is make-believe. So what I mean by this is they'll tell you you're the number one recruit in our class, you're gonna come in, you're gonna start. They say talk off your head. I mean, most people know that it's not gonna be true. Like, I knew it was gonna be true, but they talk of a big dream. But I kind of thought maybe for me it would have been different because I was actually ranked number 8 in the state of Pennsylvania. So going to Stony Brook, which wasn't like the biggest school out there and like the most known school, I thought I could come in there and start dominating. But like in my senior year, I had torn my ACL, so it kind of slowed up the process. But I thought still, I would still come in dominating. Just that was my mindset. That's how I was thinking. And first time I got there on campus, you know what they did? They sent me over with the 2s and the 3s. They told me that I was gonna come in and I'm able to get some meaningful minutes, and I might even start if I have a good camp. But they put me right with the 2s and 3s. And for me, in my whole life playing football, I've never been put over with anything less than the starter. So it kind of broke my spirit a little bit, but I didn't let it break me completely. So I came back. I was grinding every day, working on my ACL surgery repair and like doing my rehab and whatnot. And over time, it just like it gets to you. Like, coming off of ACL is one of the hardest injuries to cut off of, and I had that injury coming into my college career. So it was one of the hardest things that I had to get over and, keep persevering through, because every single day after I get done practice and lifting, I had to go in and then do PT, which was also like another lift, because you have to really work on your leg hard when you tear your ACL, because it's a hard injury to recover from. So that was already a lot on me when I was at Stony Brook, and it was really killing me. Since I did tear my ACL previously before I got to college, I think that did hurt my chances of being that guy that I thought I was going to be. But I mean, I don't know to this day. I don't know if it was because my coach didn't like me or if it was because I had torn my ACL. But whatever the reason was, I wasn't the guy that I thought I was going to be, pretty much. It took me a while for me to get over it, and I kind of understood why. I mean, and it kind of hurt my confidence as a football player at first, like when I first got there, because it felt like I was running slower. It felt like I couldn't perform as good. I couldn't catch the ball, something I knew how to do for my whole entire life, and it just wasn't a great experience at first. And on top of that, Stony Brook, like the school itself isn't like a big, giant, crazy school. So I mean, there's not much going on campus. So there's not much so I can get my mind off of the game of football once I leave practice and I leave the facilities for the day. So it was always on my mind. It kind of gets to me. It was depressing me at first because, it was my first time away from my parents and my family. I had really no one that I was really close with yet in this stage of my career. And as I had a lot on my plate right then that time, because I was trying to live up to the expectation that people back home like see me as, and I guess what my coach expected me to be. At the same time, I was also trying to recover from my ACL surgery, and I didn't know at the time how serious it really was until I really started getting to the nitty-gritty of like the ACL recovery process. And it really took a toll on my mental, and it took a lot out of me, and there wasn't really many people that I could really talk to about it. So I was really depressed. I'm gonna be honest. My freshman year and my freshman halfway through my sophomore year, I was really depressed, and because I couldn't get to where I wanted to be, because like the situations that I was put into and the things that I was going through. And it just like it's like when you're in college, you can't really talk to many people because you're kind of like your own man, you're your own person, because you're supposed to be a grown man, you're supposed to be growing up and learning how to live by yourself. So that was one thing that happened to me my freshman year, and it kind of lagged over in the sophomore year. But another thing that happened while I was in the process of recovering from my ACL surgery, I started to notice that my head coach over at Stony Brook, he didn't really like me for some reason. Like Coach Priori, Coach P, that guy. Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't have no idea. Even my teammates started to see the same thing, how he treated me. He would just look down at me, treat me horribly, and just wouldn't give me the respect as a human being, which was absurd considering I was only at like a 18 or 19-year-old kid, and this grown man, this 40, 50-year-old was treating me like I was a piece of dirt or something like that. It just didn't make any sense to me. So that also, as I was trying to recover from my ACL surgery, and I was starting to get back, starting to get faster, starting to get better with my skill on the field as an athlete, that was taking a toll on my mental again. So that was like bing, bing, and then I'm just back where I started, because I'm like, sheesh, I've been working all summer. I was out there with Tykel Fields, who was a great quarterback over at Stony Brook. He just actually graduated. He's trying to go to the NFL right now. And I was just grinding out there all summer long, practicing out route, practicing post all day long, catching cramps in my leg because I'm out there all in the hot sun all day long. I'm telling you, like when I'm telling you I was really grinding, So this took me on to my sophomore season, and this was no excuse. My coach didn't give me any time of day. He didn't even look my way. And some other recruits came in, and it just looked like he just passed over me. I had a full ride. I was confused what was going on. I was like, why am I being overlooked? If you gave me a full ride scholarship to come to this college, I could have went to another college, but I mean that's in the past. But yeah, so I was being overlooked. Freshmen were getting more playing time with me. I was confused. That's when I was sitting there like, why am I here if he does not respect me as a human being? And I'm not getting any playing time either. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. So that's when at my end of my first semester of my sophomore season, after that second season that I played, we went through, I decided to enter the transfer portal. I just couldn't take the depression and the anxiety and all of that before. And I'm a very faithful man. I really believe in God, and I was praying to God every single night when I was at Stony Brook, but there was still demons haunting me every single day that I woke up, went to practice, and did all this and the third. And the craziest part is I would be playing really well. I mean, if you want to, you can go on my Instagram. You can check out my highlight tape from like when I was in practice, and I was going against the one. So those are guys that are in the NFL currently right now that I was going against, and I was playing really well against them, and I still wasn't getting the time of day. So I don't know what the situation was back before with Stony Brook and Coach Briari, but it wasn't the situation for me. It was a bad situation, and there was nobody to talk to, nobody that understood what I was going through, because I was my own man in college, and I had to figure it out myself. So that was something I really had to persevere through, and that's when I decided to go in the transfer portal, like I just said. And the thing is, when I went to the transfer portal, I didn't know how it was going to go. I had no film. I had nothing pretty much. I hadn't even played one snap of football in the past 2 years that I had been in college, so I had nothing to show once I went into film, into the transfer portal, except for my stuff when I was in high school. So at first, I had a lot of D2, D3 college coaches reaching out to me. You know, there's like, oh, we can get you right. Like I had Westchester. They said you only have to pay $2,000 a semester, and I was like, I don't know about that, paying money, and that kind of sucked, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. And then I had one D1 school reach out to me, but they didn't have any scholarships to give out. They had no athletic scholarship. They had academic, but they didn't have any athletic. And it was only in Kentucky, so I wasn't too interested in going all the way to Kentucky, which would be super far from my family. My family would never be able to see any of the games. And I would just, who knows, I might be in a situation like I was at Stony Brook, and I'm all the way in Kentucky. So I didn't decide to go with them. So then what I went on and did for myself is what I was doing back in high school. I went out, because I knew some college coaches from when I first got offered back in high school. So I texted a coach at Monmouth and the coach at Delaware. I was like, Coach, I just entered the transfer portal, and I was wondering if you still had any interest in me as a player. So they both texted me back. Not luckily, and I was blessed enough for them both to text me back, but the Monmouth coach said, I'm sorry, we already got a recruiting class, yada, 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 blah, 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 and I was disappointed. And I was like, sheesh, I don't got Monmouth, because back when I was in high school, that was my guy. I thought if I texted him, maybe he would have a spot or something, but they already filled up the recruiting class. I didn't need any more wide receivers, so I was a little devastated when that happened. But when Delaware had me back, Coach Pullman, he was also my guy back in high school. He was my recruiting coordinator. He said, yeah, we can give you a chance, you know. And that really just gave me a lot of life, because I felt lifeless. I feel like my life had been sucked out for the past 2 years when I was at Stony Brook, which was, I feel like, what was actually happening. Like, I don't know how to explain to you guys how it went for me at Stony Brook, but it was a bad situation. I had to get out of there. And a lot of people at Stony Brook feel the same way a lot of times, but like, there's no way for people to voice their opinion and tell people how they feel, you know. You just gotta figure it out. But since when he told me they can give me an opportunity, I was blessed. I was grateful. I was like, yeah, Coach, thank you. I really appreciate this. And I had a chance to go against Stony Brook, because University of Delaware and Stony Brook University are both in the CAA. So at this point in my career, I'm thinking like, sheesh, I can really like get better, go back, play my old coach that didn't give me the time of day, that treated me horribly, and I can perform really well and destroy them, and just like, you know, show them what I'm really about. So that was my whole objective, my whole plan. Everything was going smooth. I mean, except for when I got there. When I got to Delaware, the coaches were genuine, they were nice, they were cool, but the thing is, when you come in as a transfer, you don't have the same opportunities as you would if you were already there. Like, say I went to Delaware from when I first left high school, I would have the same advantages that everybody was there. But since I came in late and they trusted the players that already had been there for a while, now I'm already low in the depth chart, because I pretty much got to build my way up, climb my way up the ranks, because they don't know who I am. They want to see what I could do. They knew me a little bit from high school, but not too much. So I had to really persevere again and like tell myself that I could really do this. It was about telling me that I could do this and just trusting the process, trusting God's plan for me pretty much. So it was really a heartbreaking thing at first, but then I got over it, got back. COVID hit too at the same time when I transferred over, so it was like, dang, I I didn't even get to meet the coaches, and it was a whole bunch of stuff going on. And like, luckily, I mean, it went smoothly, and I ended up, you know, getting on the team, and everything went smoothly, and I met the coaches, and everybody was cool. But I was still at the bottom of the ranks, though. So at this point, I felt as though I had to grind even harder than everybody else, show the coaches that I was really that guy, and I'm the guy that they remember from high school. Because at this point, I had nothing to show. I had no film, no nothing, like I told you guys. So that's what I had to do. The first season, it was the that I played with Delaware. I didn't get too much time. I was kind of like a bench warmer, I guess you could say. I mean, practice dummy, whatever you want to call it. Just like I was at Stony Brook, just because of the fact that I just had gotten there. The coaches didn't know me too much, and I just really didn't know the playbook that much because I just had got there, and COVID, and it was just a whole bunch of stuff going on which I couldn't control. It was out of my control. So that happened. We went through the first season. We won CAEs. It was a great time. I was like, all right. So now we get to this season. This season was supposed to be my year. I was supposed to come in, do my thing, get my playing time. Maybe not start because there was already some guys that had been there for a while, and they already solidified their spot. You know, the whole how it goes seniority and everything. I respect that. I have no problem with that. But I was at least expecting to get some time. But then a week before the first game, I was in practicing. I caught this crazy ball. One hand on this guy's back. I'll throw the clip up right now. And I caught it on his back, and I was trying to hold on to it. And I ended up falling forward and falling on top of my shoulder. And I actually I tore my AC joint completely. So that put me up for the whole season. And it was just all this going on. And I was real stressed out because in my past, if you guys watch my older videos, in high school, I got hurt all 4 years of of my high school career. And it really, you know, takes a toll on your body. So I was kind of depressed in a way. And I asked my coach, I spoke to Coach Rocco, Coach Wood, and all the coaches that I have at University of Delaware for this season. I asked them if I could take a break because I wanted to recover. I had to pay for my surgery now because I needed to get surgery. So they allowed me to take a break, and they were like, come back next semester, get your head right. We respect it. We're fine with that. And because at this point we knew each other. They were cool with me. They knew my talents. They see what I could do. I was fast. I could catch. You know, I already had shown them what I could do. So I'm sitting, you know, waiting for my surgery. You know, I couldn't really do too much this semester. And so season ends. We didn't have that great of a season, as you guys probably already seen. And I guess my athletic director decided that my coaches weren't fit enough to coach University of Delaware anymore because we didn't win enough this season. So they ended up actually getting fired this offseason after they had told me that I can come back after like figuring out my headspace and everything. And after they had got fired, I went to go get my surgery, and they told me that I should not get my surgery because of the simple fact that my shoulder, like there's more complications with me getting the surgery on my shoulder than if I just left it how it is. But the thing is, when you tear your AC joint, your shoulder bone just pokes out and moves around freely. I don't want to show you guys right now. I could show you guys, but it's nasty. And that really made me think about my college career, my career in football in general. So it made me wonder if I should keep continuing to play, because if my shoulder is going to be messed up like this for the rest of my life and I can't even get surgery on it, what am I going to do? It feels weird when I even raise it up. It's like a cracking, weird sensation. And I just really been thinking about if I should stop playing football or if I can continue to play football, just because of the simple fact that my shoulder is already messed up for life. I don't even know who these new coaches are because I have not been there for a while. And like all the past experiences that I had at Stony Brook, getting to Delaware, finally getting the trust of my college coaches at Delaware, then they got fired. Now I gotta regain the trust of my college coaches, and now I have to deal with this injury for the rest of my life, and my shoulder is not where it's supposed to be at. And my whole goal was to go to the NFL, so I don't think it's possible with this shoulder injury. But that's my whole college career so far, and it has a lot of ups, it has a lot of downs, a lot of things that went wrong, a lot of things that went right. So I hope you guys can take this story with a grain of salt. You know, you can just take my experience and kind of prepare yourself if you're about to go to college football or play college sports, and you know, just get your mind right and get ready, because it's really a battle that you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to face a lot of adversity. You're going to have to overcome that, overcome that to become the player that you want to become. And that's just pretty much the moral of my story that I wanted to tell you guys today in this video, that there's going to be a lot of things in your life that is going to be throwing all these obstacles, and you're going to have to overcome those obstacles and just become the person that you want to become if you really want to get to that position in your life. Well, that's really going to sum up my whole story. I don't want to make this video too long, but hopefully this inspires some of you guys to get out there and you know, keep grinding, keep running towards your goals. But just know, once you get to D1 or you get to that college level, it doesn't get easier. It's going to get even harder. You got to be ready for those challenges, and you got to be ready to face them head on and attack them full force. I don't know where my career is going to go, but best believe I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to let you guys know. And hopefully this inspires you just to be the best person you possibly be. And don't put all your eggs in one basket, man. I mean, I've never done that, but I'm just saying for you guys, because I know some people really rely solely on football. Don't do that. And stay up, y'all. Stay blessed. If y'all haven't already, like, subscribe, show your boy some love. I'm going to have more content just like this and even better content. I'm going to give you the update on if I'm going to continue my college football career. And since we're here right now, it's the end of the video, I guess I might as well just show you my shoulder. Alright guys, so this is my shoulder injury right here. It's messed up for life. It's my collarbone. It just pops out like this. It moves around freely, and there's like no way for you to ever get this fixed. Apparently, that's what they're telling me. And it just moves around. This is like you know, the point of your bone where it connects right here, it's no longer connected, so it just moves around, which connects all the way up this way and just not connected on this side. As you can see, it's clearly connected. I move my shoulder around, it's just muscle up here. And that's pretty much my injury that I have to deal with. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed my story, and if you want to hear more stories like this, because I have plenty more. And I can really get into detail about each situation in college football that, you know, I had to overcome and you know, just beat those obstacles. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay up, stay blessed. Remember to repent, man. Keep God in your life, because nothing is more important in this lifetime than God, man. So thank y'all, and keep striving.